Yo, what's going on? It's Jordan here. So in this video, I titled it Body Game, Building a Masculine Aesthetic V-Shaped Physique is Key to Men's Self-Improvement and Success. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how building a masculine aesthetic V-shaped physique is key or foundational to men's self-improvement and achieving success in many different areas of life, right? So not just building your physique and just achieving success when it comes to fitness, but how you can actually use the journey and the transformation of building your body from the ground up and applying what you've had to go through, that mindset and the positive habits that you develop by doing so into other aspects of your life to achieve success. Now, with that being said, before we hop into the video, guys, the reason why I haven't uploaded in a week, if you are a returning viewer and subscriber, is because I spent this last week building out a very in-depth, detailed, free training for you, showing you how men are maximizing their looks and attracting women to them on autopilot using IAB. So if you guys want to check out that free training, I'll have it linked down below in the description and I'll have it pinned in the first comment. You can check it out after this video. I think it's going to be very valuable to you. I spent a lot of time creating it. I put a lot of value in there for you guys so you guys can learn how to become the most handsome, attractive version of yourself and start to create a thriving and abundant dating life for yourself and attract women to you and have women start approaching and pursuing you, whether that's in person or online. So definitely check that out after this video. So with that being said, I broke this video down into 3 different parts. So I'm going to quickly just talk about my backstory to building my dream body, just so that you guys know that I just wasn't born with a pretty decent physique. Like, I've had to build it up, and I started from the ground zero too, and I've had to build myself up. And then I'm going to talk about the men's self-improvement aspect of building a masculine aesthetic V-shaped physique and just how that is very foundational when it comes to men having a successful self-improvement journey. And then the third and final part of this video is going to be about how you can actually leverage the fact that you built a strong aesthetic masculine physique and how that will help you attract success in other aspects of your life, like making money, networking, attracting women to you, building a personal brand, etc. So let's go ahead, let's dive into my backstory. So when I was younger, guys, I was weak physically and mentally, right? So this was me when I was younger. I was around, I want to say 14, 15 here. And this is when I was addicted to porn and video games. I would self-pleasure multiple times a day, and I would stack up like probably on average like 4 to 6 hours, more so like maybe 4 to 8 hours of Call of Duty Black Ops 1. I have like over 40 days played on Call of Duty Black Ops 1. It's not even funny. I used to be very addicted to that game, and I would play COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. I was all about quick scoping and sniping and stuff like that, and I just got really addicted to video games during this time. And again, this is when I was, addicted to porn and I was self-pleasuring myself. So I was very weak mentally, physically. Dopamine was just going through the roof. I was unmotivated. I lacked discipline. I lacked drive. I was at my lowest point and I didn't realize it. I know I was young, but I was at the lowest point that I've ever been in my life, I think, when it came to just having not only negative habits that were unhealthy, but just I lacked confidence. I wasn't strong mentally, physically, or anything like that. Wasn't seeing success when it came to attracting women or anything like that. And it wasn't until my sophomore year of high school when an old friend of mine roasted me in front of a girl that I liked because I had skinny arms. And that pain, the embarrassment of being made fun of, that's what drove me to really take action and get in the gym and start putting in the work to build my physique up. And the reason why I wanted to highlight this story is because I've always grown up idolizing comic book characters like Batman, Spider-Man, Nightwing, right? All these fictional characters that were inspirational to me. And if you are a returning subscriber, you know that I'm a big comic book nerd. I've always loved action movies growing up. I've had action figures when I was little. So I've always looked up to, whether they were fictional or even actors on the movie screen or TV, I've always looked up to men that had a strong masculine physique because that was inspirational to me. But it wasn't until I got made fun of and I experienced enough pain to where that's what motivated me to want to get into the gym and build my body up. Especially because once I got to high school, I saw how the women were treating the athletes, like the football players, the basketball players. I saw the type of treatment that they were getting, and the common denominator with all of those athletes were they had athletic built bodies. They were strong, right? They were masculine compared to the other young men in my high school, right? And women were flocking to them, and I wanted that type type of attention. So that also inspired me to get into the gym. But it wasn't until an old friend of mine, like I said, made fun of me for having skinny arms. That pain is what got me into the gym. And I remember around this time when he roasted me, this was around the springtime, so around April. So the weather was obviously getting warmer and hotter around this time. But yet, because I was so insecure about my arms, and I was already insecure about them too before I even roasted them, but because I was so insecure about my arms, man, that's when I started to wear the North Face fleece jackets. I was wearing hoodies. I was just doing everything I could to cover up my arms. And at that point, what I started to do, because I would beg my dad, I would beg my mom to get me a gym membership, but they just didn't for whatever reason. So since my parents wouldn't get me a gym membership, what I ended up doing was I just started doing calisthenics. I started doing push-ups. I was doing sit-ups. My dad had spare 30-pound dumbbells. I was doing curls with the dumbbells, trying to start to build some muscle. And I started to develop more definition, and my arms started to become a little bit more vascular, but I wasn't actually packing on any real muscle because I didn't know anything about lean bulking, tracking calories, progressive overload, and I wasn't even really training properly. I didn't have a proper training routine. I was just doing what I could given the resources that I had at the time. But it wasn't until my junior year where I joined my high school's soccer team. I used to play soccer when I was in elementary school and middle school. I stopped a little bit before I got to high school, but I ended up joining the soccer team because at that time you were able to actually have access to the weight training classes if you were a part of a sport at the school. And it wasn't until my senior year where they had a non-athletic weight training class. But I just joined the soccer team just because I really wanted to get into the weight training classes so I can start to work out. And then from there, that's when I started to like actually build a little bit of muscle. It was still more definition than anything, but I did start to pack on a little bit of muscle to where it was noticeable. Men and women started to take notice of it. Guys and girls started to take notice of me and were saying things like, oh, Jordan, okay, like your arms are getting a little bit bigger, like you're getting more of a bicep pump, like you're looking good. So people started to recognize the changes that I was making with my body, which gave me confidence. So then after my junior year, I ended up joining an Anytime Fitness gym. I was working at Marsh at this time as a bagger. So I had a little bit of money coming in, not a whole bunch. I got my driver's license at this time. I did have a car. So I was able to take myself to the gym and start to work out, but I still wasn't on a proper like training routine or anything like that. But it wasn't until basically from my senior year, so like 2015 when I graduated high school, until December 2018, where I went from 135 pounds to 155 pounds. And this wasn't intentional. Like I didn't go on a intentional lean bulk or anything like that. This was just from newbie gains and also just eating more over time because of the calories that I was expending from lifting weights consistently and lifting heavy weights over a period of time. So just naturally, I just started to eat more to accommodate my body. And that's how I started to pack on a little bit more weight and size. But it wasn't until I really started to like dial in my training and actually go on a proper lean bulk in December 2018 up until May 2019. And that's when my body and my strength just exploded and I really transformed my body. So I went from 155 pounds to 170 pounds. And now I'm hovering around 165 to 167 pounds. But that's really when I transformed my body for the better. My strength skyrocketed. Like I just started to see a lot of progress once I went on that lean bulk. And it really didn't take me that long to start to pack on size and strength, but that's when I really took my gains and just my body overall to the next level, right? And then this is me recently now. So in the last couple of weeks, this was from a workout vlog that I have on the channel. Both of these pictures were the same day, I want to say. So this is what I look like right now. So like I said, 165 to 167 pounds, lean, strong, functional, capable. And yeah, this is the physique that I have now. So that's just my backstory. Just want to quickly dive into that with you guys, just to show you like, hey, we all start from somewhere. We all start from zero. And that's the cool thing about starting from ground zero, is that the only place that you can go is up, right? So that was the backstory to building my dream body. Let's now talk more about the men's self-improvement aspect of building a strong masculine aesthetic physique, right? Because like I said earlier, I truly believe that building a strong masculine aesthetic capable functional physique is the foundation of men's self-improvement, because building your body from zero, from the ground up, so whether you're overweight, you're fat, or you're skinny fat, this will give you evidence that you can build anything else in your life from zero. And the reason why I say evidence, and I got this from the entrepreneur Alex Hormozi, definitely check him out if you haven't. He's an amazing entrepreneur, but he really talks about evidence and using evidence to derive your confidence from that evidence. So what do I mean for from that. So if you've been able to transform your body, let's say you're able to go from being overweight or fat and you're able to drop body fat like nobody's business. You're able to get down to, let's say, 8 to 12% body fat. You packed on lean muscle mass. You're strong. You look aesthetic. You're capable of defending yourself and other people, and you have a functional, healthy physique. You have evidence that you have the ability to transform your life. You have the ability to transform an aspect of your life. You have the ability to build yourself up from the ground zero. So now you can take that evidence that you've been able to achieve something like that with your body, and you can apply that same thinking and take that evidence that you have the traits, you have the personality traits, the habits to achieve something like that with your body. Now you have the evidence to prove that you can take those same traits and habits and improve in another aspect of your life, whether it's making money, relationships, whatever it is. You can take that evidence that you have the ability to transform yourself and build yourself from the ground up when it comes to your body and apply that in different aspects of your life, which is dope. And this is also where you're going to start to derive confidence in yourself, just knowing like, hey, like I have the ability to transform my body. I was able to take my body from looking like this. I was able to take myself from feeling this way, looking this way. And now I've been able to build my body up to look this way. Now I feel this way. Now I'm more confident. I feel more masculine. I feel more capable. I'm more proud of myself. I have a sense of fulfillment. You start to develop these positive results, of course, from achieving your dream body, but your confidence is going to start to skyrocket because you just start to see that you are more of a capable human being now, not just physically, but mentally. And I think that's where a lot of you guys should focus on deriving your confidence from. It's not simply like, yeah, you're going to look good, you're going to have muscle, you're going to be lean, you're going to be proportionate, you're going to be aesthetic. Yeah, but the fact that you were able to achieve that, I think the achievement, I believe that the journey, you enduring the challenges, the uncomfortability that building a masculine, aesthetic, V-shaped, strong, capable physique requires of you, going through that journey, that's what you should derive your confidence from. Of course, yeah, looking good, you're going to obviously feel confident about that. But what did you have to do to get there, right? The behind the scenes, as people say, or the things that you don't see, the journey that people don't see that you had to go through is what you should derive your confidence from. And like I said earlier, like this proves even more that you're capable of transforming your life for the better, and you can take those same traits, and you now have the evidence, or you will have the evidence once you do transform your body. You can take those same traits, you can take the principles and lessons that you learned from building your body up and transforming it for the better, and applying those lessons, those traits into different aspects of your life. Because let's say you're able to build your body up, who's to say that you can't take the same habits and mindset and lessons that you've been able to develop from building your body? Who's to say that you can't apply that when it comes to building a business, when it comes to making money, when it comes to leveling up in your career? You see what I'm saying? Or martial arts. Like I've taken this same understanding of being consistent, being dedicated, understanding that things take time. Like it took me time to build my body up, but eventually I built it to the dream body that I have now. And then now I'm trying to take it to the next level. I've taken that same idea, those same principles, and I applied it to doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know what I mean? I've applied it to business. I've applied it to building a personal brand, dating, etc. That's the cool thing about building the body. It's like the immediate, you know how like when you start, like you play a video game for a first time, say like Assassin's Creed or something like that, or Call of Duty, and you get like the first weapon, like how in Call of Duty, you get like the default weapons. The body is like the default tool that you have when it comes to self-improving, meaning your body, however it is, again, if you're overweight, you're fat, you're skinny fat, whatever the case is, that's the first available tool to you that you can leverage to self-improve and gain all the rewards, the XP from doing so. And then again, applying the same thought process, the lessons, the mentality, the discipline, the dedication, the consistency, etc. in other aspects of life. And a strong body does in fact create a strong mind. Now, of course, your mind is going to be stronger when it has to deal with other aspects of life, right? Like a strong body does equal a strong mind, in my opinion. But that's not the only way that you're going to develop a strong mind, is not solely from building a strong body, but that is definitely a component of it, right? You know, at the end of the day, the discipline, the work ethic, and the ability to endure physical challenges are traits, like I said, that you can carry over to different aspects of your life. So that's more so like the foundational aspect of the self-improvement when it comes to building a masculine, aesthetic, strong V-shaped physique. This is where you want to start. If you're just starting your men's self-improvement journey, start building your body up. That's the first available tool. That's the first available weapon that you can leverage and actually do something with it. Start building your body up, man. Like whether that's leaning down and dropping body fat and packing on lean muscle mass, or going on a lean bulk to pack on lean muscle mass, whatever the case is, whatever that fitness journey looks like for you, start there, right? Start a workout routine, be consistent, track your lifts, track your calories, make sure you're getting adequate rest. Do what needs to be done to build your body up so then you can gain the evidence and develop the traits that will be conducive to success for you in other aspects of your life. So that was the men's self-improvement portion. Now let's go ahead and let's talk about attracting success in your life, like money, networking, women, building a personal brand, etc. when you do practice body game and when you do build a masculine aesthetic V-shaped physique. So when you build a masculine aesthetic V-shaped physique, you're definitely going to attract more money to you. In some way, shape, or form, you're going to attract more money to you. And I have examples to display on what I mean by that. But let's say that you're working a job right now. Let's say you're working a 9 to 5. You're going to see that you're going to be able to secure a job position or get promotions over the man that is not in shape. Because as the quote goes, or the saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, it's the same principle when it comes to how you look physically, which is why I'm so passionate about helping men level up their looks. I'm not saying that's the only thing that's important in life, but you're going to see that you're going to be able to attract a lot of opportunities to you, and life is going to be easier the better looking you are. Let's stop acting like that's not the case. Let's stop acting like that's not reality. Like the more attractive you become, the better your life will be in terms of how people treat you, the opportunities that you get. Life will be easier, and I want that for all of you men. Yes, degrees will vary, but nevertheless, I think you should still strive to be the most handsome, attractive version of yourself physically and mentally, just so you can make your life easier. But when it comes to the 9 to 5 aspect of things, when you build a masculine aesthetic V-shaped physique and people can clearly tell that you take care of yourself physically, you're going to have a higher chance of securing job promotions. People are going to respect you more. People are going to put you in leadership roles, right? Your coworkers are going to respect you more. People are going to be a lot more nicer to you, and you're going to be able to get a lot more promotions and level up in your career than the person that isn't in shape, that doesn't look like they take care of themselves. Because what do people usually say about people who are in shape? They have a nice, strong, masculine aesthetic physique. A lot of people project positive traits on you, even if you don't have like the best diet. Let's say like you have more of a well-balanced diet, right? People are still going to assume that you eat like chicken, broccoli, rice, and your diet is super regimented and that you don't eat any sugars or ice cream or anything like that. Like people are going to project more of the extreme side of the positive habits on you when you have this type of physique. So with that being said, people are going to associate those positive habits with you having those same positive habits in the workspace and the workforce. So therefore, they're going to be more willing to offer you those job positions and promote you because people assume that you're going to use those same habits and work ethic and discipline and consistency that you put into your fitness life into the workforce, into your job. A lot of it's assumption, but it's positive assumptions. It's positive projections of habits and personality traits, etc., that will serve you. Whether or not you're as disciplined as people make you out to be, or whether or not your habits are as healthy or as positive as they make them out to be, nevertheless, because of having a masculine aesthetic V-shaped physique, people are just going to assume positive traits on you. So therefore, they're going to, again, allow you to secure job positions a lot more and promote you throughout your company and your job position. Now, another way of being able to make money when you build an aesthetic masculine V-shaped physique is that you're going to have people that will ask you to personally train them, right? And this is actually one of the first ways that I've been able to make money online when I was 22 was I was, showcasing my physique off a lot on my old Instagram account. I would show my stories of me lifting, what I was eating, pictures of my body, etc. And I would have people reach out to me and ask me if I can train them. And that's how I started to make money online. So like even with this message right here, this was a guy who reached out to me on Instagram and he said, "Hey, I'm interested in one coaching. Can you share your diet before when you're bulking?" So you see, people will actually want to start paying you money to help them get in shape and personally train them online. And this was actually a client of mine who's inside the Inbound Attraction Blueprint program. His name is Justin. Shout out to Justin. He's a beast. He was able to lose 30 pounds in less than 4 weeks. So around the 3-week mark with what I teach inside the Inbound Attraction Blueprint program when it comes to my Nightwing and Playboy workout routine to get that lean aesthetic masculine V-shaped physique. And right here, he said, yes, sir, bro. Because we were talking before in this message, and he sent me a testimonial video and said in that video that he lost 30 pounds in 3 weeks. And that's when I said, bro, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Justin. And then that's when I said, bro, 30 pounds? That's amazing. Don't stop. Keep it going. And then he said, yes, sir, bro. I had a former coworker that left about a month ago to another job. And as soon as she seen me, she was like, wow, you look amazing. So not only has he lost 30 pounds and is getting that lean, aesthetic, V-shaped physique, but he has women noticing him more and women finding him more attractive and saying that you look amazing. You know what I mean? And then with Felipe, he's also a client of mine inside the Inbound Attraction Blueprint program. Shout out to Felipe. He messaged me a couple of days ago. He said, Morning, bro, just wanted to thank you for helping me get on this fat loss journey. He said, when we started, I was at 13.7% body fat. And since then, I now find myself at 11.1% due to knowledge I've learned from you and personal research. So now he looks even more aesthetic, more chiseled, more angular with his face, and he feels better about himself. He's more confident. So you'll see that once you achieve an impressive level of a physique, not saying I have like the best body or anything like that, but once you really start to build an aesthetic physique, you can actually create a side hustle from doing online personal training if you so choose to. So that's just another way that money starts to attract to you once you do build up your body. And then what you'll notice is that when it comes to networking is that you'll connect with high level, like-minded individuals who have used the same drive to build their bodies and use that same drive to achieve success in other aspects of life. And men will respect you more because they understand and they know game recognizes game. They know that you're capable of being disciplined, of being consistent, dedicated, and you have the ability to achieve success because your body is your walking billboard and resume of that, right? Your body is the unspeakable evidence that you are capable of being disciplined, you are capable of being consistent, dedicated, achieving success, which are all traits and habits that can be applied across the board in many aspects of life. And I know I'm repeating myself when it comes to that talking point and that understanding, but that's something I really want you guys to pay attention to, that you can achieve so many things and self-improve in many aspects of your life just based on building up your body and transforming it and the lessons and what you go through and just the man that you become, not just physically but mentally when you transform your body, right? So therefore these type of men are going to want to surround themselves with people like you. On one aspect is because you remind them of themselves, and we're all selfish at the end of the day, so that's a part of it, but they also know that they can trust you and they have an understanding of the type of man that you are because of what your body represents. And that's again why I encourage men to dial in their looks facially, their body, fashion, grooming, hair, skincare, everything about your looks, because people are just going to present more positive projections on you. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to be more confident within yourself, and you're just going to be able to attract more opportunities like this in your life, right? So this is why I'm very big on leveling up your looks, not to just be vain and be in the mirror and all this stuff, but because of how much easier life is going to be and how people treat you, man. I'm just going to be honest. Now, of course, we can't talk about body game and achieving a strong masculine aesthetic physique without talking about the female attraction that comes with it. But of course, guys, like, women will take more notice of you and they are going to find you keywords sexually attractive, because that's the thing about having that masculine aesthetic physique, is that you're going to say without saying that you have the ability to produce healthy offspring, right, with the woman. And that's why science has proven that the lean V-shaped physique is the most sexually desirable physique for women, because that signals the highest chances of having healthy offspring if she were to reproduce with a man with that type of physique, which is why they love this physique so much. And that's the thing, like, the more you dial in your physique, the more choosing signals that you're going to get in person, right, out in public. Women are going to be staring at you more. They're going to be constantly looking at you, looking back and forth at you. They're going to take a lot more notice of you, like I said, but you're also going to see that women will even approach you, right? They'll either approach you themselves or they'll send their friends to approach you. And I'm going to create a separate video about this. This is probably going to be my next video, because I've been experiencing a lot of this even more these past couple of weeks when I've gone out. But women will either approach you or send their friends to approach you. Usually they'll do this when they're a little bit tipsy, because women will use liquid courage themselves to approach men that they find very attractive as well. It's not just the men. Of course, women do this at a much minuscule level than men do, but they still do it once you dial in your physique and your looks to a degree degree that they find you so attractive that they can't help themselves but to approach you. And then you're going to have women that will DM you. They'll DM you first. They'll slide in your DMs. They'll message you first on dating apps, etc. when you dial in your physique, which is really where this part of body game comes in, which is really attracting women, getting more female attention and attraction overall when you dial in your physique. So even just to show you, like right here, this girl, she said, your body is an 11 out of 10 with all these emojis, right? Your talk and your pics got me tripping so bad. So this was on Hinge, but this girl was really about my body and really liked the way that my body looked. And then this was a screenshot of a girl who sent her friend to approach me one night at a bar. She said, hey, Jordan. I said, hey, who is this? She dropped me her name, and then she said, my friend approached you last night. So I'm just showing you guys these just so you know I'm not just talking crap and I'm just saying all this stuff for the sake of the video and just trying to get you guys hyped and all this stuff. Like, no, like all this is real. I'm standing on business and showing you guys receipts that, you know, I know a little bit of what I'm talking about. So of course, that's going to be the female attraction side of things. Obviously, it goes much more deeper than that, but just for the sake of the video, I'll leave it at that. But that's the female attraction side of things. Once you dial in your body and you achieve that masculine aesthetic V-shaped physique, and you can really practice body game in that way. And then from a personal branding perspective, because building a personal brand, if you want to make money online, in my opinion, is the best way of doing that. And this is essentially what I'm doing with this channel, but you can build a personal brand pretty easily from what I've been seeing. And I've experienced this years ago, right? I've experienced this years ago back in 2019. But when you build your body up and you achieve an impressive physique, you don't have to look like you're about to step on the bodybuilding stage and compete. But when you achieve a pretty good physique that most men would love to have, you're going to find that it's going to be easier to build a personal brand, right? Because really what you're doing is that you're inspiring other men to get in shape and build their dream physique. And that's the thing, like once you solve your own problem, aka once you build your body from the ground up and you achieve your physique, you can show other people how to do it yourself. You can inspire other people to do it as well. And this is a principle that is really applied in entrepreneurship. This is really a principle that's applied when it comes to building out a product or selling a service on solving a specific problem. So again, like you can sell fitness coaching, you can put out a fitness program if, of course, you solve your own problem of transforming your physique, whether it's dropping body fat because you were overweight or fat, or you lean bulked and packed on lean muscle mass because you were skinny or skinny fat, whatever that looks like for you. Once you solve that problem and you achieve your desired result, you can show people how they can do the same and charge money for that. Right? This is why you'll notice that men who are in shape and have a strong, lean, V-shaped, aesthetic, masculine physique usually do better when it comes to personal branding. Have you noticed that? If you guys know who Alex Hormozi is, who I mentioned earlier, his physique is crazy, right? There's a reason why his personal brand has exploded, or people like The Rock, let's say. There's a reason why his personal brand is at the magnitude that it is. Like, yeah, he used to obviously wrestle. He's an actor. He owns a lot of businesses, but are you telling me that the fact that he's, you know, in the gym every single day at 4 a.m. and still looks the way that he does at the age that he's at right now, are you telling me that doesn't play a role? Like, it definitely does. And it's not just because men who have these type of physiques are going to be more aesthetic, and with social media is about presentation and visuals and images and all this stuff, but it's not just for the aesthetic. It's more so that, in my opinion at least, men want to follow other strong men who inspire them and can lead them to a positive change in their life or positive changes in their life. And a man that actually has an aesthetic, strong physique is going to be able to signal that and symbolize that a lot easier and a lot more, and command that type of respect and attention versus someone who isn't in shape, who doesn't have a strong, masculine, aesthetic, lean physique. And really, guys, like in my opinion, I truly do believe that the lean, aesthetic, masculine V-shaped physique is, I believe it's the best physique. But get in the best shape for you, right? Get in the best shape for you, because whatever that looks like, you're still going to look a lot better. You're going to feel a lot better about yourself. You're going to be a lot more healthier, more functional, more capable, and you're just going to be a better man and improve in so many aspects of your life, not just in your fitness life, but other aspects of your life. Once you do dial in your body and you achieve the best body for you, you achieve your desired physique, right? And just to give you guys an example of this, like I'm getting amazing supportive comments from you guys. This guy, he said, if you ever need anyone for the Looks Maxing program to make a video on or anything, I'll be down, bro. So he was referencing a Looks Maxing video, but then he said, keep it up, bro. In my opinion, it's the best self-improvement channel, talking about mine, which this was a very cool comment for this man to say. This is what I'm talking about, where you can inspire other men and help other men, right? If I'm getting comments like this, which is crazy to me, that just kind of goes to show you that you can create a lot of positive impact and changes on other people when you do that for yourself first. And one of the most foundational ways of doing that is building that lean aesthetic physique and transforming your body for the better. And another aspect of that is too, like, I've noticed like the last 6 videos here, a lot of it has been about improving the body game. I've just noticed that my videos in regards to fitness have really taken off for me, and it seems like you guys have been enjoying that. And this is a part of the personal branding aspect of building your body that I was talking about. The proof is in the pudding, guys, and I wanted to create this video to inspire you guys and let you know, hey, I started from zero. I used to lack confidence. I used to be skinny. I used to be built like a twig. I was weak mentally, physically. I had poor, unhealthy habits, but you truly can transform your life for the better. You can self-improve and become the most handsome, attractive version of yourself, not just physically, but mentally too. Be mentally stronger, have more positive habits, better routines, and simply be more of a successful, capable man that all of you guys can be, right? And strive to be. So with that being said, guys, again, check out the free training linked down below. I will have it in the description, as well as I will have it pinned in the first comment. I'm literally going over the exact secrets that I've used to maximize my looks when it came to building my body up and attracting women to me on autopilot. So definitely check it out after this video. Again, I put in a lot of work and time and effort and energy into it to make it as valuable as possible to you. So it would mean a lot for me if you guys check that out, because I truly believe it's going to help you. So with that being said, if you guys got a lot of value from this video, please give it a like, subscribe for more videos like this. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video. I appreciate you watching.